I think the main reason why Amy Adams was cast as the lead in this movie is that she could do that Minnie or Mickey laugh. Oh! Huh! Huh! Enchanted, released in 2007, and is directed by Kevin Lima, who's behind such Disney films like A Goofy Movie, 102 Dalmatians, and Tarzan. And the film stars Amy Adams, Patrick Dempsey, James Marsden, Timothy Spall, Idina Menzel, and Susan Sarandon. The film begins and we are in the animated fairy tale land of Annalacia, where young Giselle dreams about finding the man that she can fall in love with. One day she and Prince Edward meet, and they are destined to be wed. However, the queen does not like Giselle very much, so she teleports Giselle to an unknown world called New York City. And she spends the entire movie trying to find her way back to her magical kingdom. And this film, of course, was recommended to me by one of my favorite subscribers, one of my big supporters, Disney 65 fan. She sent me a whole list of films to review. This one was at the top of the list, and it's a film I've never ever seen before, and I always wanted to, so yeah. Good incentive to see it, finally. Thank you very much, Disney 65 fan. She does her own movie reviews on her channel, so if any of you check them out and you like what she's doing, please give her a subscription. So let's talk Enchanted. This film had been hyped up for me tremendously. People like the music, people like the characters, people like the story, and after watching it, I'd have to say, yeah, it was cute. Definitely not terrible in any standards. But to me, it didn't live up to the quality that I was expecting from it, especially when everyone was building it up so much. Let me first start off with, there is plenty to love about this film. Mainly in our two lead actors, Amy Adams and Patrick Dempsey. Amy Adams is absolutely adorable in this role as Giselle, and she just represents the idea of the Disney princess perfectly. Someone who secludes herself off in a wood or off in a tower somewhere, and she has a bunch of animals as her helpers and her friends, just pining that one day she will find that one man who will take care of her and that she'll fall in love with, and of course that she'll live happily ever after with. All on love's first sight, which is a really nice thing to learn in fairy tales, but that whole love at first sight thing, it's kind of just that. Fairy tales. And I like how this film explores that with the cynical eye of Patrick Dempsey's character. He lives in New York City, he's a lawyer, he has a daughter with a woman who I think left him, from what I understand. And Patrick Dempsey, he doesn't believe in love at first sight. He doesn't believe in fairy tales, and that's what he's trying to bestow onto his daughter. Instead of giving her fairy tale books, he'll give her historical books on famous historical women like Rosa Parks, which I commend him for. That is a wonderful lesson to teach your young child. But you also have to realize that, she's 6, 7 in this film? Let her have a little imagination, a little play. Let her imagination go wild for a little bit. Not be so bogged down with his cynicism. But when Patrick Dempsey and Amy Adams, when they meet in the film, just their two philosophies, their two worlds colliding, I really like it. To Amy Adams, love is the greatest thing in the world. It's the thing that keeps us going. It's a very romantic idea. And then we have Patrick Dempsey, who's not always about work, he's just more about realism and cynicism. And I think in real life, like you and me, you have to have a good mixture of the two, which I think is one of the good messages about this film. It's nice to have fantasies about finding that one person to fall in love with, and you think that when you do find it, that everything is going to be great and grand and spectacular. But you also have to have the realistic side, meaning that you have to work on your relationship. Yes, you can fall in love, but being in a relationship, especially over decades at a time, it takes work. People get bored with each other. Sometimes they fall out of love with each other, which is what happened to Patrick Dempsey's character. This film is so intelligent for presenting that philosophy, that idea, to audiences of all ages. Timothy Spall is in here, and he's kind of the weasel side evil henchman, which I don't think he's played anything else. I think maybe he was Churchill in The King's Speech, but other than that, he's been the weasel sidekick. And you talk about being cast for your physical appearance, I mean, it just screams evil sidekick weasel. And he has the low comedy in this film. He puts on the masks, the disguises, he's the bumbling idiot, he falls around, provides the good wiggle spots in the film. And I love kind of the simpleton humor that this film has. Yes, we know it is a stretch that these characters are coming from a 2D animated world, and they do so through a sewer main. So the road workers' reactions with seeing all these people come out, that's New York. I always have a soft spot for that kind of humor. So this movie is clipping along. It's really cute. I'm enjoying the characters. I'm enjoying the fighting of the two philosophies together. And then all of a sudden, Idina Menzel pops up. I loathe her. I actually never realized how much I loathe her until I saw this movie. Idina Menzel is a famous singer whose big claim to fame was the musical Rent, but you probably know her from the musical Wicked, where she paints her body all in green and she goes out on stage and screams, and people think it's singing. Now, I personally have never met Idina Menzel. Maybe she is the biggest sweetheart on the planet, but just with the roles that she takes, the interviews that I've seen her do, her facial reactions, her body postures when she's meeting fans or when she's performing in front of people, she just comes across to me as an arrogant prick. And plus, in the class that I teach, I open it up to the floor and let everyone pick a theatrical artist that they can do a speech on, and every semester, in every class that I have, there is one person that's like, I'm gonna do it on Idina Menzel! I don't care. Of course, she gets the stuck-up bitch character in this film. Patrick Dempsey's character is planning on proposing to Idina Menzel. So to me, I'm thinking, oh, well, they must be madly in love with each other. No, she comes in and she's so insecure with herself and her relationship with this man that because there is another woman staying in the apartment, she freaks out and says, it is over. And then Giselle makes it up to her by having some birds deliver some flowers. She thinks it's from Patrick Dempsey, and she's like, oh my god, I'm so in love with you, we're back together again. And just the looks that she is giving throughout this entire film in every scene that she is in, I just get the sense that she would rather be anywhere else than here on set. And I feel that's just her. Again, that's my own outside bias. I've never met the woman. Just from my experience and seeing her doing several different things, I could care less. I just hate how people keep saying she is an amazing singer. She doesn't sing. She yells. She belts her songs. She does not sing then. And little girls are looking up to her and being inspired by her, thinking that, oh, okay, that's how I'm gonna sing. That's how I'm gonna make music. No! I'm sorry, but I noticed that Idina Menzel is in this film, and I completely, almost 100% lost interest. But aside from the terrible Idina Menzel, the thing that was really bugging me about this film is that, it's presenting, again, these two really good philosophies. We have the hopeless romantic, and then we had the cynical side. And it basically called it out in the film. Personally, I like subtlety. If a film has a theme, or if a film has a message, I like discovering that message for myself. I don't like having it spoon-fed to me. And this film kept doing that a lot. Just kept telling you, yeah, here's the theme, here's the message, here's what you should be getting from this. Look, see how innovative we're being? And the biggest example of that is during the climax of the scene. The big dragon queen takes Patrick Dempsey's character up to the rooftop of a skyscraper. And it's Giselle who goes after her with the sword in hand. She's our hero. And at first I thought that is a really cool twist. You have the Disney princess who is typically the damsel in distress in any of the famous Disney cartoons, and here we have a role reversal. That is awesome. I love that. And this film had to go and spoil it by saying, oh, look, looks like our roles are reversed. I'm not kidding. That is the line in the film. Look and see the innovative thing that we're doing, everyone. Come on, we get it. We are not dumb. See, that's why I like subtlety. I like discovering it for myself. When you spoon feed it to me, it makes me think that you, as a filmmaker, as a director, as a screenwriter, you're calling me dumb. Oh, the audience is too unintelligent to get that, so we're just gonna make sure that they're keeping up with us. No, I got it. And I'm pretty sure people of all ages got it. I was just loving this film, but then they just kept calling out stuff like that, or calling out their philosophies on both sides. Idina Menzel. I just kept getting more disappointed and more disappointed. Ella Menken, the famous Disney composer, returns to do music for this film, and they're fun, nice, lighthearted songs, but honestly, I don't remember how any of them go right now. I kind of feel like he came in one afternoon and went, there's your song. No, there's just parts of this film that I absolutely love. There's just this, condescension that this film has. Well, guys, in the end, Enchanted, I think, is still a fun time to be had. There's definitely more good than bad in this film. If you've never seen it before, it's definitely worth a watch. Would it be one that I would show kids every once in a while? Yeah, probably not. Again, we have some great character choices, great acting choices from Amy Adams, Timothy Spall, Patrick Dempsey, and a great battling of philosophical ideas. And I love that that's being explored in a Disney film, in a Disney princess film. But then you throw in Idina Menzel, and I am completely checked out. Honestly, if it was anyone else, I would probably be okay with this movie. But she is in here, and my interest level just keeps going down. And then the spoon feeding of the messages that we're supposed to be getting, I'm like, just chill out with it. We get it. We are intelligent. Plus, the CGI is just nothing to run home about. In particular, the stuff with the chipmunk really wasn't that good. But guys, I still had a fun time with this, so I'm gonna give Enchanted 3.5 out of 5 Blu-rays.
I am above average.
Sorry, Disney 65 fan, if you really like this movie, I just wasn't getting there, unfortunately. But I definitely appreciate your recommendation. You've given me an entire list to choose from. There are definitely some movies on there that I haven't seen, some that I want to rewatch that I haven't seen in several years, so I'll get back to you. There are some others that have recommended their films that I'm going to get to first, and then we'll get back to you. Alright, everyone, now comes my favorite part in my videos where I randomly select which movie I'm going to be watching next. Let's take a look. Room! Actually freakishly scary. I just had a student do kind of a mini movie review on the movie Room a couple of weeks ago. And as she was talking about it, I was thinking, God, I really need to watch that movie again, because that was stellar. And here it is, randomly generated. I have absolutely no problems watching this one. Ooh, that's gonna be a hard 2 hours, though. We have kidnapping, female abuse, drug addiction. If there was a more socially relevant movie to what's happening in the world today, at least in this country, in America, over the past year, the past couple of years with the Me Too movement, and just, women fighting for their rights and telling their stories of when they've been victimized, yeah, this film, it's gonna be a tough watch. But I'm so excited to revisit it, watch Brie Larson again. Captain Marvel trailer just came out a couple of weeks ago. It's Brie Larson's time. So everyone, have you seen Enchanted? What did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before, you stumbled across it because of this video, please comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And when you're done commenting, please like and subscribe to my channel so you know the next time I post my next movie review. And if you have any recommendations of any movies you want me to review, good or bad, please leave them below, or go to my Facebook page, my Twitter, my Instagram. Leave your recommendations there, I'll select it, and I'll give you a shout out here on my channel. So everyone, I will see you next time with my review of Room. So in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.